Are you a professional pillow fighter? Or a 9-to-5 low-cost time travel agent? Or maybe real estate sales on Mars is your profession? It doesn't matter. Whatever it is you do, however complex or intricate, Monday.com can help you organize, orchestrate, and make it more efficient. Monday.com is the one centralized platform for everything work-related. And with Monday.com, work is just easier. Monday.com, for whatever you run. Go to Monday.com to learn more.
Regen op mijn kop. Hinter via Deckel muss es die kleine Fahrt ein Top. Geht mir kein Sach mit, die Tropfen von Regen.
Welcome to Kill Me Now with Judy Gold. I am your beautiful, tall, lovely, lesbian, Jewish, old host, Judy Gold. All right, I'm not that old, but, you know, I'm getting up there. I'm so excited that today we have part 2 of my live interview at the W Hotel in Hollywood with my friends Chris Mancini and James Mattern. And it was pretty much a free-for-all. It was a lot of fun. It was not, you know, it was my first live podcast with people who were breathing, sitting next to me and breathing and talking. And it was a lot of fun. And the whole festival was a lot of fun. And it was great to be back in LA. And I worked at the Comedy Store and I worked at the Improv and I did the Standout show and I worked at the Elysian Theater and I got to see my friends. So you can hear the wonderful mood I was in when I was interviewing them. And it's just nice to, you know, hang out and chat with comedians who Chris and I have been on the road together. James I know from New York. So it was a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy. If you're anywhere near the Cape Cod, that is, I am in Provincetown on Friday night and Saturday night. When is this? I'm there July 1st, July 2nd, and then again July 5th and 6th. So get your asses to my show because I'm very funny. And then I'm off to Israel. I'm going to Israel. Yeah, I want you to sit back, as I say, relax. Something I don't know how to do. And I want you to enjoy the show. So you end up going to college, right?
UNLV, man.
You go to UNLV. Are you encouraged by these grandparents? I mean, your mother is... Did she go to college?
She didn't even finish like 9th grade.
Okay.
Yeah. She was fucking out, me.
So were they like, James, wait, what is it, Nigel?
Nigel Tufnell. Yeah. Jamie at that point. Grandpa called me James. But
all right.
Norris, though, yes, is what I should have been. Norris? Yeah, but I didn't find out until I was like 2021.
Okay. So Norris.
If I ever get a sitcom, you're going to play my mom and call me Norris.
I'm going to call you Norris!
Yeah. Yes.
Or I could be your German Norris gets in here.
Dude.
I need to talk to you. Kill the Jews! Okay, so... oh, wait, hold on. Let me.
You did the Dr. Strangelove.
I know, wait. Anyway, so, Norris, you want to go to college. Has anyone in your family been to college?
My uncle did like a semester at Reno, and that's it. And then...
So how did you get the guidance?
It just was going to happen, but we had no money.
Right. Wait. So you have a guidance counselor, right?
No. Well, shit. I talked to them like twice.
But did you go home? Did you go home and say, I'm going to college?
I just had it in my head I was going to do it. But then I graduate and I was just...
No, we're not. You can't graduate yet.
Okay.
How did you get in? Did you apply to any other schools?
Yeah. No. I sent my SATs. I didn't take SATs the senior year. I didn't have math my senior year at all. So I fucking might as well just done the math portion with a goddamn crayon. It was just embarrassing. Went out the night before his last home game of football, drinking, whatever. Bombed, took the ACTs, bombed. And I had like a good GPS, like 3.3. I was a good student. And I just remember I only sent my SATs to one school, UCLA, and it was the nicest fuck you back ever. It's like, 920 is not considered UCLA standards usually, but you can try again. It was the nicest.
Oh,
Don't
fuck
come around
you.
here no more. Like, it was spectacular. So I went to UNLV, and back then it was like $90 a credit.
No way.
Yeah,
And so, and you graduated.
I graduated
With what kind of degree?
communication, especially print journalism. I took 3 journalism classes. Had no confidence when I got out. Was going to be a
Did you
critic.
have a good GPA?
3.3 again. But I wanted to be a critic.
Proud of you.
Thank you, Judy. But
Ja-
I wanted to be a critic.
Norris.
Thank you.
Norris, I am so proud of you for going to college.
I feel like this has become that scene in Boogie Nights minus the cocaine. It's like, can I call you mom and you say
Yeah.
okay?
Wait. So, and did you live at school or you live with your
I
grandparents?
lived with the grandparents till I was like 24.
Wow.
Big winner. Yeah. there
Hey,
it
you
is.
went through college and you got through.
I went through bus tables, worked at a golf course.
So I'm telling you, there's a little Jew in you that you're like, I need an education.
Well, I'm just, yeah. I mean, you see how I'm using it now.
Yeah.
I'm just up there
Okay.
going, hey, look at your shirt, dog. What up, B? Like, that's what I do.
So you graduate. Who
Yeah.
went to your graduation?
Communicating.
Oh, a
That
lot of
count-
people
that
went.
counts.
It is. It is.
Yes.
Thank you, Chris. It is. 2001, graduate. Everyone went. We had a hell of a party. Great times.
Who went?
Oh, man. Relatives I hadn't seen in a minute. My crew. We had a big after party at this bar I was going to when I was like 18. Which when I had my 21st birthday, we had the 21st birthday party at a different
Right.
bar because we couldn't be like, hey, what are we celebrating? It's my birthday. How old are you? Well, sit down, everybody. You've been serving me illegally.
Right.
Yeah. So it was a great time. They even
But so
spent
you're
money
the-
on food. We had
Are you
shrimp
the
cocktails.
first person in your family to
Yeah,
graduate college besides your uncle that went for?
he went for a semester. His daughter, who's estranged, and that's a weird thing. She graduated, and that was yeah. But
Did
no
she
real
go to
talk-
UNLV?
She went to like a real school, like in California, like a California Ivy League, like smart ass.
Really, like Stanford-ish? Or?
Not Stanford, but one of the smaller schools that's so smart they don't even put the words together for sports. There's not even a sniff of a team. It's like you come here to study and do something with your life.
Okay. Were you at UNLV when their basketball team was fucking doing great?
We were decent then, but it was on the way out. But I went to some games. It was hard to get tickets when they won, and I was there when they put the banner up. I met all those guys. Didn't put it together that we were cheating. I should have.
Yeah,
It took me
cheating.
years later
We were
when
cheaters.
Stacey Augman was driving a Pantera as a fucking junior when I was getting his autograph.
Yeah, cheating.
Yeah, horribly.
You graduate.
Got out.
So you both have communications degrees.
Yes, we do.
Look at how
Where
we're
did
emoting.
you go to? Oh, you went to Temple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh my God, I'm fucking losing my
The
mind.
Elite Eight.
Okay.
Temple made it Elite Eight a lot.
Yeah. Whatever.
Their coach looked like their mascot, an owl.
Yeah.
He looked like an owl, God bless him.
Okay. What's your first job?
Like out of college?
Yeah.
Oh, so I wanted to be a critic. I wanted to be a music critic because I love music so much, and I had no criticism classes. I wasn't confident. I wrote for the Henderson Home News covering high school sports, mostly girls soccer, which was horrible because I have long hair.
And you
still.
had to go to these games.
Parents are looking at me like he's either a creep or a college scout, or both. But if I was a college scout and could give them a scholarship, they'd probably be okay with me being a creep.
Right.
I got that vibe from people.
Like, how long was your hair?
Oh, it's like still like down to here. It wasn't as bad as it used to
Okay,
be.
no one can see how fucking down. It's so down to your
the
shoulder.
shoulders.
Okay, go ahead.
We got a camera here, no?
Yeah.
Oh,
Whatever.
it's a podcast. Whatever.
Okay, so you're
the
doing.
best.
Are you making any money with the fucking soccer?
$25 a story. It's a real
Uh-huh.
shit show. So I'm still waiting tables.
And you're living with the grandparents.
Yeah. Well, then eventually I leave and I.
How
move in
old
with
are
my
you
best
when you
friend.
leave?
Like 23, 24, moving with my best friend and
Who?
another kid. His name's Jimmy, and there was another Jimmy, and so we called it the House of James. And then my first weekend there, the other Jimmy stole the $150 I had saved.
Oh.
Just gone, and we
Fuck him.
stayed there for like
Did
for
you
4
kick
months.
him out?
No, he ended up going to prison, and he didn't tell
For
the other
what?
Jimmy. I used to work. I had a couple buddies do this. I mean, I just ran with a lot of knuckleheads, and they would get a job at a sports book, and they looked at it as free money. So if you work there and you go, you don't have to put any money. You could be like, I like the Mets and this and that. As long as those teams win and you get free money, they lose, they wouldn't put the money in the register. Eventually, they catch that. That's fucking theft at the highest.
Right.
So that's a felon. And so this guy did it
That's like Casino,
Twice, I
the
think.
movie. Shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what? And he go. He went to jail for how long?
For about 4 or 5 months, and he didn't tell the other Jimmy whose house
So
it was.
he wasn't paying his rent for those 4 or 5 months.
No, and the other Jimmy lost his banana, was furious, and then the kid comes back, and while he was in the clink, his girlfriend started dating one of my other friends, and then he came out of the clink wanting to fight me. He was like, "You're supposed to keep
God.
this away." I'm like, "I didn't know." Like,
Wait, now did he talk about the clink, and did he have someone put their clink in his clink?
I don't think
That's
so,
right.
but I think I don't know.
That deserves a ding anyway.
Oh yeah, I know. It's not Jewish, but I'm just wondering.
But isn't clink? Do people even talk like that anymore about prison? Like the old prison names, the Huskow, the Iron
Right.
Bar Hotel. I love that shit.
I hope so, but I don't
Wait,
know.
so
Yeah.
did he have anal?
I don't know about prison. We speculated that him and this other maniac might have, but there's a lot. There's a lot. There was a lot going on in the early aughts in Vegas, kids. There was
Okay.
a lot of shit going on.
How do you get to New York?
So I knew at one point, it's ironic, I was watching Good Will Hunting on the plane. My boys were like that. They're like, I was doing stand-up for like 4 or 5 years, and they're like,
Where,
you got to get out of
in Vegas.
Yes, they're like, if you're
So
still
how
here.
old are you when you
I moved here at 28. Yeah.
to New York?
Yeah,
You're not in
like a
New York.
month after being 28.
Now,
or
Chris,
2 weeks after 28.
why did you move from Philly to LA and not to New York?
Because I got a film degree or communications degree, and I wanted to really get into like filmmaking too.
So you didn't want to be a great comedian, so you came to LA.
Perfect. Yes.
Thank you. I always tell people are always like, I really want to do stand up. Where should I go? And I'm like, New York.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, if you want to get a lot of stage time and have an audience who you cannot get away with any shit.
Right.
You know, you cannot get away with shit in front of a New York audience. You can't.
Yeah, Philly was the same way.
Yeah.
It's like it was really weird, like that Philly, New Jersey, New York area doing
Yes.
stand-up there. When you get out to LA, you're like, why is everyone so nice?
Right.
Yeah, it's weird.
and you get up there like I noticed this when I worked in Toronto. They're not angry about it. They have health insurance. It's clean.
At all.
And
At all.
no-
There is no anger in Toronto at
And
all.
I get, you know how I get on stage every night, like, fuck you fucking out. Like, I can't, because I had to live that day and get aggravated all day. And then I have to get on stage and I'm like, you know, and they're like, why are you calling me a motherfucker? I'm like, because that's how I talk.
'Cause you're there, yes.
I'm from New Jersey.
People don't get
fucking
that.
idiot. Yeah. So, what? So you went to chase after the film, but you went to New York. Did you pay? I mean, you're closer to LA. Why did you go to New York?
I went to LA for a week. I didn't hate it as much as I thought. And then I went for about a week and a half in New York. And Shuli was one of my boys.
Wait,
dang
hold
it.
on.
From Israel. Boom, boom.
Wait.
Co-host of the
And I have,
podcast.
and you have a new podcast.
Yeah, we're going to have you on. We want to have
If
you
you
on.
don't, because I asked Julie to do my podcast 100
We'll
times,
do it.
and he hasn't done it, so he can go fuck himself.
Well,
and
we'll
his
make
beard.
the trade. We could do it all
Okay.
tomorrow if you want.
Okay.
We're here.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, he ain't, but he'll be on the screen. But I ended up staying. Yeah, I had fun, and I came back for a month, and then I went to New York, and it was the best decision ever. Like I think about it because they like personalities in this out here. Like maybe I'd be doing even better or doing some acting or some shit out here, but I wouldn't be as good a comic. I think, and I like being a comic. Like I like getting on stage more than anything. It's weird though because you're talking about film. Now I wonder if people, if they have both interests, film and comedy, they'll just go to Austin. They'll go to
I know.
neither. Like, I can do both there.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't really need the studios. You could literally make one on your phone now.
Yeah, dog. That's crazy.
So you love the art form of
I
stand-up.
love it, man. It's
Same.
the best.
What art form do you love the best?
Writing.
Chris? Writing.
Mm-hmm.
Such a nerd. Okay.
We're not because we yell at people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you just do the pen to the paper.
Yeah.
So
You're a
you
dork.
come to New York at 28. First of all, where did you start? When I started in the 80s, there was so many places to do stand-up because it was
You
know,
caught the boom.
Yeah.
I was there, right there. I would work during the day because I wanted health insurance and I'm a responsible Jewish
Yeah,
girl.
but-
Hold on one second, please.
Put it on the board.
Yeah.
Put it on the board.
Okay. And then I would go like the happy hours. I did street fairs.
Street fairs.
Oh, you know those when they close off
yeah.
10 blocks?
And you go up there and hey,
they would have
everybody.
a stage. I literally anywhere I could get stage time.
Well, that's the spirit, though.
And
Yeah.
I didn't care. I would do anything for stage time.
What's
Except fucking. I never fucked or gave
bless.
anyone
what's
a
the
blowjob.
weirdest place you've done a stand-up at? Because I think we all have a story.
Oh.
Well, I think that.
Oh.
I mean, I've done it in so many weird places. One of my first gigs was in an Indian restaurant, and they had a bug zapper above. They set
Spectacular.
up a mic and a light, and there was a bug zapper, and it was literally like, "Hey, how's everyone doing?" Bzz. Okay, and then the worst ones, though, I don't know if you ever went through this phase of the. What are you fucking doing with your mic? It's so goddamn loud.
I'm sorry, Judy. I had to take my glasses off for a second because I could put it back on.
No wonder your mother was a drug
I had
addict.
to, well, this is it.
Anyway.
This is the methadone she gave me.
Okay,
going
this
through.
is also how we talk to one another. So whoever's offended
get a
by
job.
that, go
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
yourself.
yeah, go.
So, did you ever work in the lunchroom or lounge of a fucking college at noon when they had no idea there
Never
would be a
noon.
fucking comedian in there, and they would come in with with their lunch and their books, and you're like, "Hey, how's everyone?" And they're like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yes, and they're like the worst show.
Yes,
yeah.
ever.
I've done them evening.
Yeah.
And it's brutal
Yeah, in the
Brutal.
like lounge area.
on a
Or
Saturday.
the student center,
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my God, shut up! I'm trying to read." It's the worst. Okay.
Yeah.
I ran a show at a Borders Books for
Wow.
like 8 years in LA, and it was actually it was hit or miss, but when it was hit, it was pretty good because you had a good audience. It was one of the higher paid shows in LA because Borders would give a gift card to all the
Wow.
comedians, so
Wow.
you would get like $25. So all the comedians would perform, then hang around and shop for the rest of the show.
No way.
Look at that. Get some culture on.
Yeah, but the craziest place I ever performed is I got invited to one show at a campground. So I did a show
Oh yes.
in front of a giant
Wow.
rock.
But was there a light?
It was like just the campfire. That was it.
Oh my God. That's your spotlight.
And how much?
yeah.
And how much time did you have to do?
It was like 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, I'd
It
kill
was-
myself.
Yeah, there was like a 3-person
was the
show
fucking
too.
were the flames like was it like cackling and
Oh
like
my God.
ashes hitting you?
What do they
And-
pay you in s'mores?
Yeah,
Hey now.
It was
Hey now.
I think they offered us this. Oh, you guys want to stay? Because they said you want to stay over. They're like, no,
No, I
No,
fucking don't
weirdo.
go camping.
I don't. And they're like, then they showed me like this cabin with like 3 bunks that they.
No.
I'm like, no, I think we'll drive back. I think we're good.
Oh my God, that's
Brutal.
awful.
Yeah.
I did during the AIDS crisis when they would do the bike rides across New York to LA or whatever, or they do LA to San Francisco or they do New York to Boston,
Mhm.
and I'd go to the campsites just to entertain the bikers. But that was charity-ish work. But
Was that good? Like, it's a good thing to do and it's awesome, but I think we'd all agree, like, benefits usually are the worst. Like, you think it's going to be great and the people are going to go there with spirits and we're raising money and we're doing something good, and most of the time people don't
Yes.
want to. It's so painful.
It's
Oh
a
my
weird,
God.
It's a weird dynamic because you don't think it's going to be like that, but
Okay.
yeah, it can be some painful.
It's
shows.
brutal.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
so you moved to New York.
Yeah.
Where do you live? How much money do you have? Do you know anyone in New York?
Well, surely.
Like, because I have to say something.
You hit me.
I moved to New York in 1984. Fuck all of you guys, okay? Because I'm old. And
You
I
look
moved.
great, by the way.
You look
Thanks.
wonderful, Judy.
Yeah, thank you.
Spectacular.
In 1984,
I love it.
you could be a starving artist
Oh, yeah.
in Manhattan.
Mhm.
And you can't do that
It's
anymore.
tough. It's tough.
It's not right. I lived on cold sesame noodles. That's what we did. You made shit. You made it work.
Mm-hmm.
But you cannot be a starving artist and live in Manhattan anymore. It's really, and sometimes, and not in Brooklyn, you can't live there anymore. So did you move to Astoria?
Well, Shuli lived in Middle Village.
How did you meet Shuli?
Open mic in Vegas. He just happened to be there. He was running one. I found there was barely any stage time. He's running a place on a Tuesday.
But do you feel like you were attracted, not in a platonic way, to Julie because he's a Julie?
Maybe.
And you're a Jew. I'm telling you, you're Jewish.
Well, no, he always said it. His mom always said that. Rest in peace. And she said, I always assumed you are one of us. And Shuli goes, yeah, because he's intelligent. And then we went out and hung out. Yeah, I'm like,
no, you do. You have Jew face. You have a little Jew face.
Oh, thank you.
And I've seen a photo with you with like hair and a beard, and you're definitely Jewy.
Let's go.
She photoshopped it, but
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever gets you through the night.
Shut up.
Like John Lennon said, whatever gets you through.
Okay. So you moved to New York with Shuli in Middle Village, which is Queens.
Yeah,
and
middle of nowhere.
Is it Jewy or no?
No, it's mostly Italian. It should be called middle of nowhere. It's the worst. I mean, it's fine, but.
And where do you get stage time when you first?
So another guy was there too, and he thought he was going to be able to get off the gravy train of Shuli. He just thought because Shuli was like on the Stern Show that he was just going to be able to get everywhere and take us. And I'd go out to Mike's because it wasn't about like getting big or anything like that. The only times I was happy, probably for the most part still now, is when I'm performing and so I could get on stage. So I went to Mike's, which weren't great, but I was performing every night and hanging out with comedians every night.
Right.
Fucking cool.
Right. I realized it is, sometimes I'm laying on my couch and I'm like, I can't believe I have to go out and do a set. But then I walk in.
The best.
And I'm with it's my family.
It's the best.
It's the culture, I think. And all my friends who I started with are like, and you don't know, even people who represent me are like, you really should stop going out and doing sets all the time. I'm like, who the fuck? Don't fucking tell me what. I love the culture. I realized I love the culture.
The green room alone.
The green room.
Hang out with other comics. And
who else do you want to talk to? Okay. You start doing the mics, and how do you become friends with Chris DiStefano?
So it's crazy. I was doing a college and
college,
fucking Long Island Tech. I don't even know.
Shitty college.
I was there. It was booked through like the Italias. They would just hang out, and out of nowhere, I maybe talked to Chris Italia 3 times in my life, and he's like, "Hey, I want you to do this college." So it was me, Dante, Nero, and Mark DeMeo, and Mark goes,
Dante. I've known Dante forever.
I love him. And Mark DeMeo, it was like, "Hey, this kid hit me up and." He's goes to school here, and he's gonna come here and do maybe a few minutes. We throw him up. He wants to do stand up. Just so everyone, if you don't know Mark DeMeo, my impression is way quicker than what that sentence was.
I don't know Mark DeMeo.
He takes 45 seconds between every word. I love him, and usually a whiskey's in his hand, and he sips it slowly in between. So he's like a human rain delay.
So you become friends with Chris DiStefano.
We just became like really cool after that. Like I met him, he was nice. I was nice to him.
I love
we
Chris.
hung out. And that's why I'm here.
I'm gonna say, if I don't have one of those cool fucking Netflix is a joke hats in my swag bag, I'm gonna be really mad.
I don't even think I'm officially part of the festival, so I'm not getting a swag bag. I'm gonna buy something off you.
Where'd you get that hat? How much?
What the hell's going on here?
Oh my God! Look at that! You got a fanny pack.
Oh, this is come on, baby boy. Boo, 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 boo.
At least it's not see-through. Anyway,
it's a great thing to put a wallet in. Yeah.
On that
you
train,
can put your crack pipe in.
Yeah. No, this is what I'm going to be holding for.
No, you should have a whole. You should fill it with condoms, and after the show, be like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Oh my God!
Okay. So you meet Chris, and you're friends with Chris, and you guys started together, pretty much.
Well, he started we ran together, but like I already had a bunch of years in at that point.
Right.
But yeah, we just became tight and just like, he was raised Italian, all that shit.
Right.
And so he's my boy, man, the best.
So I love Chris, and he has recently blown up.
He's doing great. Special just dropped on this.
Right.
Netflix
so on
yesterday.
Netflix. Now he has a special that he did himself, and then Netflix bought it the week that all their stock went down.
Which is the funniest thing in the history.
I know. So
and he used it as promotion because he's that
And Chris also promised me that I would be on his fucking podcast and that we would be eating Italian food. And neither of those things had fucking happened. No.
I might see him
Fuck
tonight.
him. I have been nothing but nice to Chris DiStefano.
Do you want to cut a promo? Him and Emilio, I think, are sitting in first class on a plane right now.
No
Send it
way.
to them. It'd be like, hey, guys, this is what we're doing tonight when you get in.
Yeah, you fucking asshole. Okay.
Well, I could promise you an Italian dinner.
Thank you.
What would you
Thank
make?
you, Chris.
What's your go-to?
Probably either lasagna, risotto, or manigut.
Manigut.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What are you going to cook for me?
Yo, man, a bologna's real cool. I haven't cooked in a long time. It's been like years. I
Okay.
used to be good at it. I could make a steak.
Right.
I make
That's
guacamole
great.
that was really good, which is
I-
an Italian.
I can't eat steak anymore.
Well, how come?
I don't know. I love burgers. I love a fucking juicy burger.
Yeah,
There's something about, I don't know.
I love it.
It's just a slab of meat.
That's what I
Too
love.
Slabby of meat. It's too much of a slab of meat.
Do you like prime rib? I think we're going to Musso
No.
and Frank's tomorrow, and I'm.
Oh
just
my
gonna-
God, I love Musso
classic.
and Frank.
Yeah,
I'm gonna face fuck a
Fucking
piece
love
of prime rib.
fucking Musso.
I'm gonna have a martini. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit. I
Yeah.
might even dress like one of the characters in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, just to make it more
I
authentic.
love Musso and Frank.
I love that
It's
place.
literally, you get a plate with a slab of meat on it. That's
It's
it. No sides,
spectacular.
nothing. You want those are all, everything's extra. And but it's just like, all right, you want a filet mignon? Here's a filet mignon on a plate. You're done.
Yeah.
Don't complain.
I was there. My buddy Grant took me. I'm going to Grant's
Grant
wedding.
who?
Gordon. His wedding's in Palm Springs this
Is
weekend.
he a comic?
Yeah, but he also is in a bunch of commercials. He took me there.
Then he's not a
But it's
comic.
here in 2019. Okay. 2019, he took me there after we saw the Avengers movie, and I ate all this popcorn. And I'm like, all right, man, we should probably nap. I'll go with you. I walk in, I fall in love. We both realize there's no other option than prime rib and Manhattans. And then I finish. I go to the restroom. Just to know how interesting LA is. Warren Beatty's just screaming about, ironically, Netflix. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's like with his young assistant or whatever. He's like, Netflix? Like you could tell he didn't know what it
Wow.
was. And I'm like, this is spectacular.
And he
this
look,
is
he,
the best.
He's elderly now.
Well, yeah, I mean, this was
Yeah.
right around the time of the La La Land mix-up, I think.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I was at a podcast yesterday,
Okay.
and one of the hosts asked me, who was in your class? Like, what comics were in your class when you. And I said, Jon Stewart,
Man.
Ray Romano. I was there the first time Attell went on stage. Madigan, maybe Wanda, Wendy Liebman. Okay.
Wow.
So he says to me, how does it feel to watch these people that you started with become, and I said, like huge stars. And I was like, it's interesting because you're going through this with Chris DiStefano, not Chris Mancini, because yeah.
He's going to have a good week. I
Yeah.
can just sense it.
But-
This is once he said "Man, I got that way."
Yeah, yeah.
It's just it's
it
all
is
going to
the
change.
most.
This is my time.
He said
The world is yours, Scarface.
he said everyone knows you, everyone loves you. I don't know about everyone, but how does it? And I was just like, I was like, I made choice. First of all, I reached the level. I have goals that I haven't achieved yet. I had children.
Yeah.
I made choices.
People don't get that. They think that everyone
And
wants the same thing.
Right. And also the fact that my kids got to see someone follow their dream and support a family on
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
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 You know what I mean? And Henry.
He's the best.
Hendry.
Hendry.
It's
My
a
boy.
win-win.
And I said, my career is not going to wipe my ass at the Hebrew Home for the Aged.
Yeah. But that's the truth. People don't get that
What?
You got a ding.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Sorry.
What the
Shit.
hell's going on here?
Oh, fuck. I didn't ding on Hebrew Home for the Aged. Fuck. Wait, here it is. Okay. So you're dealing with this now with
And I love it.
Chris.
I love
Right.
it. I like people look at you crazy when you say. I almost got in a fight with someone a couple years ago because he was so mad that I like doing warm up and all that.
I did warm
I
up
love
for
it.
years. I did
love it.
emceeing. That's
I
how
love
it
it.
taught me how to be a great comic.
I love it. I love opening for Chris at these. It's the best. I go out there. I like people.
How long
being
do you
loud.
do?
10 to 20, depending on the room.
Oh,
whatever
that's
it is.
fucking
It's-
great.
Just go out
Yeah.
there. I got theme music. I come out to spaghetti western music. That's where's
Nice.
our ding? Where's our ding? Where's the Clint
All right,
Eastwood?
there we go.
Where's that? And then it's fun, and I'm doing well. It's great, but people expect you to want more. When I went to therapy years ago, I told my therapist all I wanted out of this is to be, there it is, and that I want, the best, I wanted to be like some kind of like Lou Reed equivalent of comedy.
Of comedy,
Like to me, Jew, God bless, he's the best. Saw him once and I knew not to bother him. I just walked by. He was with Laurie Anderson and 3 young supermodels, and I just put my arm in the air. And I just went, Lou, and kept fucking walking home from stand-up New York. And yeah, that's all I really wanted.
And he never forgot that.
Yeah, he died like a week later. Soon after.
I did the downtown Seder with him, and he went up after me at the City Winery, and was not nice about me. I did get a lot of laughs.
What did he talk shit about? He's known grumpy pants.
Yeah. Well, man, be as funny as it is. And I was like, okay, I loved you, and now that's my last memory of you. Okay, so
yeah, that's tough. That's why you can't meet your heroes.
I know.
Yeah, it's brutal.
I mean, I was at a friend's house, and I'm gonna name drop.
Do it.
And Barbara Streisand was there, and
wow.
And it was for a big fundraiser, and I
love what gets you dings. I love your connections of what gets it. And then I had a sip of water. Ding.
Yeah. Fundraiser got a ding.
Fundraiser. Anyway, so I just wanted to stand in the corner and stare at her. I didn't want to meet her.
Mm-hmm.
And then my friend who, was having the fundraiser was like, this is Judy Gold. She's a, very, well-known comedian. First of all, I'm not that well-known. She's fucking Barbara Streisand. She doesn't know me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and I was like, hi. And then I walked away because I didn't want to.
Smart.
You know what I mean?
Smart.
I didn't want her to be like, I don't know, whatever the fuck she was saying. Oh, you're gorgeous. Oh, tell me a joke. Like, I didn't want that to happen.
Don't want that.
Yeah. Like, hey. So you still love emceeing. I love emceed forever.
Love it.
Chris.
Oh, yeah. I was at the Improv for like 4 times a year emceeing.
Right.
And I was a regular. It was great.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best way to learn how to control a room. It's the best way to isolate your bits. It's the best way to, when someone bombs, how to get the audience back. It is the best training, and yet no one wants to do it. And it's...
Well, there's a stigma to it.
Right,
Yes.
but it wasn't like that when I started.
It used to be the #1 position, right?
I know, I told you that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the house MCs at those clubs are legends. They're all badasses.
Yeah,
They're all
like
ninjas.
Belzer. Wait, hold on. Fuck, this goddamn phone. You have to do the thing where it stays.
I can help out. I can find a ding.
Okay, there we go.
I want to keep my...
But yeah, I wish they still had that. You would go to the show. It was the house MC, and these were their guests, and it was like fucking great. Yeah.
Well, the Cellar, there's still like the host of the host and that, I think. But like, it's so weird because the road, you go on the road, and the MC's a kid who's done it 6 times.
Right.
And
it's awful.
And it's crazy. They pay him -$7.
Right.
They pay him in goddamn pudding.
Right.
And it's disgraceful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's awful.
And so no one wants to do it. And there's like that stigma. Do you want to host? Oh, I don't want to be.
Yeah.
I almost quit hosting when I got past the stand-up New York. Warren Holstein goes, you would be, I told Benji, who was a great booker, you'd be a great host. I go, man, I'm trying to not do that anymore. Blah, blah, blah. He goes, pays $100 during the week. I'm like, I can't fucking wait to MC.
Right.
Oh my God, I was waiting day shift 3 days a week.
Right.
Walking with $350 if I'm
And
lucky.
you get on stage all night long.
Yeah, I hate just doing spots and then you have this gap.
This week's episode of It's Judy Show with Judy Gold is sponsored by BetterHelp. And if you know me, which I think you do because you're listening to my podcast right now, you know that I am a big advocate for therapy. I think it benefits everyone. I think there's so many people who need it, who don't partake. It is so important for your emotional health and well-being. Therapy is fantastic. It is in every stretch of the imagination. And if you're thinking of starting therapy, please do it. But please give BetterHelp a try. It is entirely online. It's designed to be convenient. It's flexible. It suits your schedule. You fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. I have switched therapists in my life. I've had many, many therapists, and sometimes it's not a great fit for you, but don't give up. Therapy is beneficial. You can learn about yourself, you can process, and just be emotionally healthy. I'm telling you, do it. BetterHelp is great because, when I used to schlep to my therapist's office, it was so annoying. You have to do it, and you sit there and you wait, and then I'm telling you, doing it online is fantastic. And BetterHelp is amazing. I know a lot of people who've used it. So if you're thinking about therapy, go to betterhelp.com. Let the gratitude flow. This is gratitude month, people. So you need to let the gratitude flow with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/JudyGold, JudyGold, today, and you will get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/JudyGold. You're welcome. Okay, I am going to ask both of you 2 final questions.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Number 1, what do you do for your mental health? Chris?
I do a number of things: exercise,
Good.
and
Yes, I tend to do that.
And I actually created a podcast to help with it.
What
If
is
you
it?
believe it? It's called The Quiet Journeys of Professor Atwood, because I have anxiety, and I tried to create something that would help myself and other people. So it's basically a storytelling podcast of me being a professor that goes all over the world in these adventures, but has music and sound effects underneath. And
that's fun.
It actually helps. I actually use it, and then
Wait,
other people
you
like
listen
it too.
to
I
yourself?
listen to myself to put myself to sleep.
That's
Yeah.
terrific.
Oh my God. I cannot fucking listen to I hate my voice.
It's tough, dude. It's
You
so tough.
listen to your voice?
Well, I've leaned.
You
into
have a
it.
good voice.
Yeah, for people.
He does.
Outstanding voice.
You put people to sleep. All right, well, I'm going to lean into it. So I created this podcast, and because I wanted something to help with my anxiety, and then.
So wait,
help with
how
other
often
people's.
is the podcast on?
It's twice a month.
And you do a story?
It's a story
Like a
with
bedtime story?
yeah, with music and sound effects,
Wow.
and then
My
they
God.
yeah. Mm-hmm. And then
You're
even
out of your fucking mind.
I know.
Great. Chris, did you ever think because of the voice, you could, what do they call that when it's, people are making so much money doing
Voiceover.
Well, no,
Voiceover.
no. It's these videos that, okay, today.
Oh, ASMR.
yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
the's people swimming in cash like
What
I
is
know.
ASMRs?
It's when you whisper and then you do like little
Yeah.
noises
Little
and things like that. Yeah.
For what?
It's
People love it.
people love it.
And they
yeah.
just listen to it.
Wait,
They watch
I don't-
videos.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's on YouTube a lot. If you type in ASMR, it's just people whispering, and then they like use their nails, and then they like touch things, and it's like literally these weird sounds and whispering, and people like go crazy over it.
Okay, no, I can't.
I want to
No.
watch you watch it.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
overview? Have you ever felt tingles?
Oh, and they do eating videos.
Yes,
They do
oh,
eating.
Yeah, and eating videos. But
Here's Sleepy Shave.
Yeah,
33 minutes and 40 seconds of a sleepy shave for the best sleep ever.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I would
it's
love to do
insane.
this.
Yeah, so I lean more
free money.
into the comedy and storytelling.
Okay,
but,
I don't fucking
do
get that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I think I used to hook up with this girl.
Now, shut up.
Sorry. Well, I see the girl in the video. I think we hooked
Why
up.
is she a girl and not a woman?
She's a because I'm still a kid. I call
Okay.
myself a boy.
Okay, Nigel Norris. I have a question.
Norris.
What do you do for your mental health? And by the way, I just want everyone to know that I have a very special relationship with Norris because we both love music more
Yes.
than anything, and I send videos of
It's
prodigies
so fun.
to him, and then we pretty much write that we want to kill ourselves after I send a child prodigy playing an instrument, and then Nigel Norris James will say,
Fifth.
I'm gonna fucking jump out of the window right now. There's no reason for me to fucking live.
Judy will send me an 8-year-old girl with like pigtails and a violin just shredded. and underneath it, like, I fucking can't. I just fucking can't.
It's oh no, it's like, yeah.
It's
So what do
spectacular.
you do for your mental health?
So workout is the best. It's like it really cleans the head. But yeah, music. Like so I stopped meditating and I play guitar. One of the reasons why I'm overpaying and have chicken wire as a window at the Ace Hotels. I know the Ace Hotel has a guitar. So I'm going to play guitar today to like
They have a guitar there?
in every room is a guitar. And I'm going to start buying because when I'm on the road, I notice I'm a little more on edge and not together when I'm on the road and I didn't play guitar. So I'm going to buy one of these like mini guitar ukuleles. You can get one for like $50 to $100 and I'm going to start packing that in my bag. And so I can it just gets me out of my skull.
Well, that's,
and
I think that music is a form of meditation.
It's
like when I practice the piano, I don't feel like I have to meditate because I'm just in music head but
And it gets you out of your own head.
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to, in the 80s and 90s, before there was fucking computers and phones and all that shit, and I was on the road, I used to bring my clarinet.
Wow.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many instruments do you play?
You know what? I just think those two at this point. Yeah.
Does clarinet not get a ding? Clarinet not a Jewish instrument?
Oh, yeah. Betty Goodman.
I thought that maybe.
Yeah, it's very Jewish.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Now, if I say chiropractic,
that's a saxophone, asshole.
But isn't that the Betty Goodman group?
No.
I'm thinking, come on, Eileen. You were just doing.
Come on, Eileen.
No, you don't have to. Whatever, guys.
Listen, here's my other thing. Now, I call my podcast Kill Me Now.
Spectacular.
And you both know me.
Yes.
I've been on the road with Chris.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that I get, everything gets on my, like I have everything is 100. Like,
right.
And it's really annoying. And my mother used to be like, why are you getting your blood pressure up? And it's because I can't deal with stupid people who have one job. They can't do it. Fuck. So what? All right. I'll start with you, Nigel, because I started with Chris last time.
Mm-hmm.
James Nigel Norris.
Okay.
What pisses you off more than anything in the whole world? Like makes you so like fucking angry.
So I hate that it's going to stick to comedy, but this is stuff that's becoming. I'm going to do it because I MC so much. So see this. There is a wave of young comic that just kind of governed themselves in New York. There's probably, I'm guessing, it's probably in Silver Lake out here, and that where it's kind of effortless. It's like we don't care, we bomb and whatever, and they look like they're not having fun at all. And the minute they get the light and they say goodnight, they run off the goddamn stage like they're hiding from fucking God knows who and leave the stage bare. And it's the weirdest shit. I want them all.
Oh
That is
my
the exact
God.
statement that would be made for that.
Oh my God. God. Oh my God. I fucking hate walking onto a fucking empty stage. What?
Brutal.
First of all,
dum-dums.
You always wait. You acknowledge that you do a handoff. It's a handoff.
It's
there,
tag team and
on
wrestling.
the other hand, there are MCs who will be like Judy Gold and then walk off, and you're like, the audience has stopped clapping.
Unbelievable.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
There are some MCs when I do spots, because I'm like picky.
And it's also if they're far away, you know, like, keep it going. No, you fucking asshole. You don't stop, you fuckhead.
It's insane. I've been brought up and not known I was brought up.
That's MC 101.
It's
literally.
For some people, it's 503, and they haven't gone to that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
They're still in the
AP.
first semester.
It's
I've been brought up like I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? And they're like, you're up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I guess he said your name. All right.
Oh, man.
And then just the MC's already gone chasing a butterfly.
Have you ever been in the other room and you hear applause and like, Judy, you're on? It's like, you fucking run this club.
Yeah.
Tell me to stand in this. Judy, he just brought you up. You fucking idiot.
Well, they want you not to. But there's a lot of hosts, when you talk about it, who look at it like when they are doing it, it's they're there to kill. They're not there for you to do great.
Right.
I look at it like an old school.
Your job is to make all the.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm there
and there are a handful. You're great. Nigel is a great MC.
Thank you.
I think there's a bunch of really good. I think Mike Yard is a good MC.
I love Mike
He's
Yard.
a fucking great MC.
I love Mike Yard.
And
Laster.
Yeah. Laster's fucking great.
One of my dear friends.
And I feel like when I see those people MCing, I'm like, oh, it's such a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
Because and then all right,
they set the tone for the show.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay, I had a comedian come up to me the other night at the Cellar, and he says, what do you want me to say? And I said, I don't care. Okay. Now, I used to be like, I would ask people and I would get it right. Like, that was my thing. I always got everyone's intro right. I felt like, but I've been doing this now. I did my first set when I was 19. And as I said, I'm 29 plus 30. So 40 years ago, anyway, the point is, at this point, I realize it doesn't matter what people say about me. And for the younger comics, yes, you want to be like, oh, they just did this and they earned the credit. And at the Cellar, they have a list of who's on the show and what their credits are. So look at the fucking list. Anyway,
yeah.
So this person who MCs at the Cellar a lot says, what do you want me to say? And I said, I don't really care. You know, it would really help me if you picked something.
I don't want to get in trouble. I can absolutely tell who it is. And
I was like, but just you pick. You know the audience. You know me. Well, if you could pick two. And I'm like, okay, really? I don't know. I always, my elders in the business, I always was like, you earned this. You just give them a great intro. You do your due diligence.
It's what you do.
Okay.
I remember when I was emceeing, I don't even remember the headliner that I asked, what do you want me to say?
Yeah.
Oh, he actually said to me, he actually took that moment, sighed, and said, Chris, nothing you can say is going to make a difference.
No fucking way.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Or I'll say it and they'll get it wrong. They're like, so I'll say, just say my book. Yes, I can say that.
Yes.
Or my podcast, Kill Me Now. And they're like, oh, she wrote a book. I said that, and her podcast.
She gets smacked in the mouth.
I want to die. Everyone. Yeah. Okay. So what pisses you off more than anything in the entire?
You know, it was something that would bother me for years, and I didn't really understand what it was until I had a teenager. And what it is, it's a combination of arrogance and ignorance together.
Oh, yeah.
And I get that in a 17-year-old, but it pisses me off more in adults.
That arrogance and the dumb shit to back it up.
You're so sure about your stupidity.
Right. But that's our whole country.
Yeah.
that is.
It's gotten worse.
The culture now.
And the fact that you think you can tell me what to do with my fucking body. Like, I cannot. I am so fucking angry. This place is fucking. Thank God my mother's dead.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I came in a day early.
Yeah.
I am so glad that I came in the morning and that I'm doing this and this is so fucking great.
Nigel Norris.
This is the best.
James.
Got my juices flowing. I'll go take a nap.
Your juice is?
Get my juice. Ding, 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 ding. Flowing.
Will you spit for me? Because I really want, and I'll look at the results.
I'll do it for the great Judy Gold, yes.
Okay, because I'm telling you.
Yeah. I'll do it.
Jew face.
I mean, I clearly, if this was DraftKings and you were going to bet on what I am, Jewish would pay awful. It'd be like minus 500 because the odds would be in the favor of that. I've always joked, I have like that joke. I think I have Mexican cheeks, so I wouldn't be shocked. But I think, I have Jewish everything. I'm Jewish. I mean, there's no way. There's no way I'm not Jewish.
Look at that face.
There's just not a chance.
Please look up James Mattern. There's a photo. Just look up images, and you will. I'm telling you. And then you can look up Chris Mancini images and be like, "Oh my God, that guy fixed my computer."
Yeah.
In 1990.
That's what Italians were known for doing then.
Yeah.
Before HBO went and just gave opportunities.
I can't. This was so fucking fun.
I had a lot of fun.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I like. Thank you for being on my first in LA at a fucking pool.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix is a joke festival podcast.
Well, this is like a super group. This is like Cream.
Yeah.
This is like Jack Bruce, Eric Clapton, and the wonderfully tolerant and peaceful Ginger Baker.
I just want you to know, I will be the best podcast that you fucking recorded.
Yeah.
Okay? No comparison. And I'm not wasted. None of us are wasted.
It's true. Not yet.
Because I do not work. I don't know if anyone else is like this. I will not have a drink, a smoke, or anything before I work.
No.
Usually not. I might, if I'm doing a bunch of shows, the late show, I might have a drink in me before.
Right.
And then if I'm
no,
Yeah.
These people who get wasted before they go on stage,
Insane.
like,
Oh, you mean
it's
alcoholics?
your fucking job.
Oh, you
Shut
mean
up.
lushes?
But there are people who smoke before they go, and I'm like, these people are paying money.
I like to have my druthers.
I need every syntax in my brain. Anyway, thank you all for listening. Thank you to Netflix is a Joke, Jake,
Yeah.
John, and John, to Norris, Nigel, James
Check
Mattern,
spot.
Chris Mancini.
June 3rd.
Where do we find you guys on?
Online, go to whitecatentertainment.com. You can find all the podcasts, graphic novels, everything's there.
And all the nerds. And what
Yes.
about you, James, Nigel?
The
Norris,
James Mattern on Instagram. And then thanks for coming out, a podcast about bombing. Me and Shuli, we interview comedians.
I
about
want to
bombing.
do that.
Whatever you want. If you want to tomorrow, we'll figure
All
it
right.
out.
Thank you all. Good night, everybody.
Thank you so much for listening to part 2 of Kill Me Now with James Mattern and Chris Mancini. And I know that I just said listening instead of listening. Okay? I know that. So I'm not acting like I enunciated that correctly. Kill Me Now is produced by Laura Vogel. It's edited by Colin Schmaling. The podcast is marketed. Everything else in my life is done by Brittany Jo Sowards, who is now Mrs. Brittany Jo Sowards. But she's a feminist, so it's really not. I mean, she didn't change her name, but she is now the wife of Samuel Richman. So my assistant, Brittany, is married, and I'm not. Now, if you like the show, please subscribe to the show. Please leave a review. It helps more people find the show, and that way I can do it longer because I have people subscribing. Not that I get any money for that, but, my sponsors like that. If you don't have my book, yes, I can say that. When They Come for the Comedians, We're All in Trouble. There's something, you have mental illness because I wrote the book, and it's a very important book. There's an audiobook, which is also excellent. And I know everyone's doing a lot of driving because the gas is so cheap. Going on vacations for the 4th of July. It's a great listen. Not, the kids might not like some of the curse words. Actually, the kids will like the curse words. The parents won't like the curse words. But too fucking bad, you fuckheads. So that's it. You can go to judygold.com and see where I'm performing. You can order the book there too. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok on Judy at Judy Gold, JWDYGOLD. There's a lot of things you can do. So come see me perform. Also, I am going to Israel. I'm going to Eretz Yisrael. I don't have my bell. It's in the other room. Shit. Anyway, ding, 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 ding. I'm going to Israel because my son Ben is playing in the Maccabee games. He is playing basketball 3-on-3, and I'm so excited. I'm a proud Jewish mother. How great are the January 6th hearings? How great are they? I mean, they're not great. They're heart-wrenching. But I'm glad the truth is coming out. And it's sad. It's sad what went on and what continues to go on. What else? I don't know what else to tell you, people. I love whoever's listening right now. Whoever's listening. I just want to say that I love you because I can't even stand the sound of my own voice. And you people are like literally voluntarily listening to my annoying voice. So that makes me very happy. And I don't know what else to tell you. Happy 4th of July. You know what was great? That I saw so many people wearing Juneteenth shirts on Juneteenth, and it made me so happy because it's about fucking time that we acknowledge Juneteenth and that we make it a federal holiday. It's very important. So that made me really happy. By the way, in Provincetown, they have the Provincetown Film Festival, and I, Judy Gold, got to interview Jenny Slate and Bowen Yang because they both received awards here at the Provincetown International Film Festival, and it was a lot of fun. So Marcel, the shell with shoes on, Marcel, that's the shell, is a great movie, and Fire Island was also great. And so I got to interview these two for their great performances. Listen, I hope you all have a great holiday weekend. Wear sunscreen. holiday weekend, Judy, weekend, wear sunscreen because you don't want to get the skin cancer. Be nice to each other. And I don't know. I can't thank you enough for listening. I cannot thank you. And, this week, I have to say, the day this episode literally comes out is my mother's yahrzeit, which if you're not Jewish, then, it's the anniversary of her death on the Hebrew calendar. So I'll be lighting a yahrzeit candle, which lights for 24 hours. And I will be thinking about my mother and her incredible sense of humor and how much I miss talking to her. So hug your loved ones tight because you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know. And in honor of my hilarious mother, who I miss, I want to say to all of you, so long.